as the Democratic Party, we have categorically rejected the outcome of the KAYUNGA by-election for 4 main reasons. Number one, there was vote stuff. We have witnesses to attest to that. Number two, there was high-handedness of the security forces who terrorized the citizens. That is why there was very low voter turnout. Number three, there was bribery spearheaded by none other than the leader of government business herself. She was caught on camera. The Prime Minister of Uganda was busy distributing cash. Number four, at the Tally Center, one candidate and his representatives were thrown out. As you noticed, our candidate was missing at the district Tally Center. Now, a free and fair election is an election where the process is transparent. That wasn't the case in KAYUNGA. What does KAYUNGA teach us? KAYUNGA teaches us one thing, that as the people who want change in Uganda, we must draw a line between primary contradictions and secondary contradictions. The contradictions among us as the democracy-seeking forces who want change is not the primary contradiction. I can disagree with the NU, I can disagree with FDC, I can disagree with the FDC and the other opposition parties. I can even disagree with DP members inside DP, but those are secondary contradictions. The primary contradiction is between the NRM and the people of Uganda. Why is there a contradiction between NRM and the people of Uganda? NRM is now like a person that has given you a check and the check bounces. So do you get angry with the bank or do you get angry with the person who issued the check? You get angry with the person who issued the check. The NRM issued the check in 1986. They promised democracy. It is point number one. They promised to fight against corruption. They promised to address historical injustices. They promised an integrated, self-sustaining national economy. We don't have a national economy. The economy is not integrated. I'll give you just one example. We disagreed, and our disagreement comes from the time we were working on the reunion. The mission statement of the reunion, which I wrote myself, I say, to coalesce, to galvanize the scattered forces of democracy and unify them, and DP should offer leadership to those scattered forces. That was the mission statement. I'm now going to tell you things that I was still holding on to. But I'll tell you a bit. The reason why I'm so confident and totally fearless is because I know a lot. You know, knowledge is a nuclear bomb. When somebody has information, be careful with such a person. I know a lot. We knew that we have failed to defeat President Museveni because we have failed to close the gap of about 2 million votes. That's all we needed. I was the first to write an article about Honorable Chagulani. I'll send you copies. In fact, the spokesman will put it on the DP press account. At that time, none of the people now around him even took him seriously. I wrote that this is a promising future national leader of Uganda from Uganda. I put it because his appeal was wide. But then some people surrounded him and brought him back to a provincial leader. A leader whose wings we wanted to spread. They folded his wings. Those hypocrites and meal-card politicians that I talk about. We used to talk. There's nobody's home that Honorable Jabulani has visited more than my home. Only that I'm not the type who takes a selfie every time he visits. Even now we are talking. But I'm not at liberty to disclose what we talk about. We recognized him. My speech at Makerere, I said, we have now found somebody who can help us close the gap. It was not about him. If he wasn't surrounded by hypocrites, we would have united. Because it is all in the open. Everything I'm telling you is on record. We are the ones who formed the DP bloc. That video which has been circulating, it was at the DP function which we sponsored. So, we have fought for truth and justice since 1954. We are not going to give up. You know, that is why I'm annoyed on behalf of the Ugandans, who we denied an opportunity to bring genuine change. It was no longer about who would be president, who would be what, but we wanted to present an alternative to the NRM. We are the ones who launched Tojikwata from here. I think the thing is still here. And we said, Tojikwata, meaning if you Kwatako, you are going to see us. We launched the red ribbons. But opportunists, masqueraders, and milk-card politicians hijacked the structure. I'm from a part of Uganda that has seen the worst of NRM and NRA. Nobody can tell me. I've seen my people being thrown in a hole where they have lit fire with the broken bottles and so on. I've seen my people being kept in a camp for 10 years, picking raw maize from the soil and eating it. So I want people to understand. So I did not want DP to be a playground. And I declared, and I have no apology for saying it, that rather than DP becoming a playground, it would rather become a battleground. It is the land board which gives the land titles to the land grabbers. So if you elect people who are on your side, the land grabbers will never get land titles. It is as simple as that. But if you allow your vote to be bought, and then the land grabbers are in charge of the district, they control the land board, they control the area land committees, then you're basically sabotaging yourself. That was the message of the Democratic Party, that we have some power in our hands. You can do that. Now, the yoga money is going. 350 million shillings per constituency. 350 million. 360, sorry. 360 will go to Valley County. 360 will go to Ntenjeru South. 360 will go to Ntenjeru North. Who are the people who are in charge of the district? They are the elected people. So, when we elect a chairperson of a district, we are not electing a chief monarch. We are electing somebody who we are arming to fight for us using the district as an arena. All the mourning has already been done. There's no more time for mourning. What matters now is to address the problem.
That the government should bridge that gap. Otherwise, things will not be okay. And that is why, as leader from Pade, we are asking the issue of Balalo is now a threat to our traditional way that has remained as land. And also, they are so aggressive. They are so aggressive. They don't relate well to our local people. They don't relate well to our community. They rear their cattle, they look after their cattle with a gun. A question that we ask, who is giving them the gun? We continue to enlighten our government representatives like the RDC in this. We said in this region, especially the children region, getting a gun is not a problem, but keeping it is the problem. And therefore, we should stop the issue of using a gun to protect this balado who are their animal and destroying our land. And that's why I demonstrated it. I chased them through the town council, where I am in charge. Up to now, they are not well. These are now dominated a little bit of the road that now we are facing. The same thing applies to Ajwa Ranch. Ajwa Ranch is a local government ranch that would have generated a lot of revenue to the district. But nevertheless, those crumbling kind of these so-called investors, they walk to Ajwa Ranch, they grab the land, and they...
We just needed a little push. So, don't let people deceive you. There are people who deceive others that we are speaking for this region, we are speaking. You must speak for an idea. You can't speak for a region. There are ideas that 1.8. Dr. Besigye came in 2001 and added those points. In 2011, we decided to test our strength as DP. 2016, we wanted to rally around the former Secretary General of NRM. Some people say this man has just become opposition. He's still fresh. You can't trust him. But Uganda is trusted Dr. Besigye. So I'm at loggerheads with hypocrites. I'm not at loggerheads with any organization or any person. I'm at loggerheads with hypocrisy. And I'm not going to be silenced. Actually, I've been provoked so much, I'm now on a new mission to expose. You saw me writing on Twitter that I'm going to hang the Airtel linen on MTN and Airtel masks very high where even birds can see them. So, in DP, we invested over 400 million shillings in that building.